How was it working with Ranveer Singh? And how do you feel now, looking at what's just happened?
I had a great time shooting with him. I saw the real Ranveer Singh at the rap party when he was sweating from head to toe, dancing.
How do you feel about Dhurandhar? I mean, we have to talk about it. It's too big.
It's a once in a lifetime thing. I've not seen a euphoria around a film like this in my entire life. It's lovely to see Ranveer right in the middle of this sandstorm.
Mirzapur was very interesting.
Actors dream to do all these double roles and triple roles.
Yeah.
So I was like checklist.
Yeah.
At one point, they start wearing the same outfits, same
Yeah.
hairdo.
You really feel for the Bhabhi. Like it is confusing. If we were in your place,
Yeah.
it would have.
Bhabhi slash baby.
Yeah.
Bhabhi for one, baby for.
You had 18 rupees in your bank account.
Yeah. Pani puri खाऊंगा तो 6 pani puri आएगा and there will be 2 of us. I was like, how do I take her out? And either take her out for pani puri and have 3 pani puri each, or I should get one idli plate and have one idli each. Luckily, I had a very rich friend out of nowhere. He just said, तेरा क्या हुआ? तू जाने वाला था ना पूना, तेरा कोर्स में तेरा हो गया. मैंने कहा वो हो गया लेकिन मेरे को परमिशन नहीं है, पैसा भी नहीं है. He said मैं दे दूँ तेरे को. He had that cash with him. He just like gave me 1,50,000 cash हाथ में से. I never got that kind of money by anybody in my life.
Yeah.
I was a 21-year-old at that time. That's why when I did Gully Boy, friend standing up for another friend is a big theme in my life. So shout out to my friend Vijay Varma, Karachi Bakery, Hyderabad.
So how do you see life and love and soulmates?
So love has to be जिंदगी एक सफर सुहाना क्या हो किसने जाना.
Welcome to Humans of Bombay, Vijay. It's so lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much.
We were just talking about it, कि Humans of Bombay pe, right after Gully Boy, we had done your story.
Yeah, in 2019, Gully Boy had just released, and
Yeah.
I'd done my first round of press, and I met your team there,
Yeah.
and I got featured on the page. It was the first time me and Siddhant Chaturvedi. It was a big moment for me.
So sweet. And now it's a big moment for me to have you on the podcast and talk to you about all these years that have gone in between.
Thank you so much. Let's dive in. Although ये chair काफी
Uncomfortable, right?
नहीं आरामदायक.
Oh, हाँ. ऐसे ही chill होना है. इतना chill भी नहीं. So tell me, let's start from the beginning. You come from a Marwari family.
Yeah.
I come from a Gujarati family.
Okay.
So it's kind of similar.
But raised in Bombay?
Yeah, raised in Bombay.
I was raised in Hyderabad.
So how was your upbringing? वो कैसे था? Was your path like kind of defined कि यही करेंगे when you're older?
No, नहीं पता था. कुछ नहीं पता था. इनफैक्ट बहुत सारी चीज़ें ट्राई करके फेल होके डर के इस चीज़ में घुसा मैं. I was born and raised in Hyderabad in a nice, lovely nuclear family of 5 people, parents and 3 siblings. I'm the youngest. So I always felt the benefits and the privileges of being the youngest child in the family. All my wishes and dreams and desires were met. All my demands and tantrums were accepted.
Spoiled brat.
Yeah, compared to the other 2
Two
siblings.
siblings. I'm
Yeah.
also, because I'm also part of 3.
Yeah,
Youngest.
youngest. So I feel like also my parents had just when my mom was pregnant with me is when my father moved out of the family home, the joint family, and started living by himself with my mom and 2 kids. And mom was pregnant with me, and my father found fortune around the time when she was pregnant with me. So I think some kind of a superstition must have stayed with them. Ki this boy is lucky for us or whatever.
Yeah.
So I felt very loved and cared for and like celebrated because I wasn't really phenomenal at studies itself. As well, I used to get on an average around 50 to 55% in school, but because everybody else in the household were really 10th pass or fail, it was a big deal for them कि एक बच्चा हमारा बहुत तेज है, पढ़ाई में बहुत अच्छा है.
Wow. And there's a question that's asked to kids when you're young only कि बड़े होके क्या बनोगे बेटा? What would you answer to that question?
Nobody asked me that question. My father and everybody kind of understood that I'll join the family business. My father had handicrafts business in Hyderabad. So although he was not very educated man, but he was self-taught and self-educated. He had traveled length and breadth of the country in search of interesting artifacts and goods and handicrafts. So I grew up with looking at handlooms and handicrafts and carvings, wood carvings and leather and ornaments and silver and the range of artifacts and handicrafts that get made in the country. Um, and he used to have a library full of books that he had collected from streets and from shops and just to kind of understand how art emerged in the country. He passed on that curiosity to me, and the other curiosity he passed on to me was his love for action films. He was an avid English Hollywood actioner watcher. He used to watch uh, all the you know all the Mel Gibson, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Sylvester Stallone, all these action films, and he used to take the family out. He used to have a scooter at that time, Bajaj Chetak, and the five of us would sit on that one Chetak and go watch movies, and then go for a dinner at same movie theater, different film every week or every fortnight, and same restaurant, Sudha Hotel, where we used to go, and same menu, like the same palak paneer and naan and fried rice and soup, and he used to have a beer and we used to have soup. And occasionally he would offer me a sip of beer and I would make faces. And because I was the youngest and also like the most spoiled, I would usually eat my dinner and pass out right on the table, on the sofa of the restaurant, and they would carry me back home. Yeah.
So that was your childhood. It was very
secure, very nice,
protected.
Very beautiful, and very protected. Yeah.
So when did you decide?
My teens were a bit turbulent. As long as I was I didn't have opinions and I didn't have uh, my opinions or my take on things. I was loved and accepted, but my father started to get loggerheads with me. As soon as I started to have opinions, I wanted to go out more, I wanted to meet more friends, and I wanted to go study in college and do more courses. And I wanted to, at that time, I wanted to learn software engineering. He paid the fees, I didn't go. Then I wanted to do event management, and I did a 1-year course. Did two events and I didn't like them. Then I tried odd jobs here and there. All of this I was doing just with one sole purpose of staying away from home, and secretly I was harboring this dream of doing something in the entertainment industry, but I didn't have the courage or the audacity to even say it loud to myself. Forget about sharing it with another soul. So I was just secretly carrying this urge and this dream to kind of do something about it, but I had no means, resources, or a channel or a person to talk to. So that particular, I would say around 16-year-old to around 20, 22, 21, like for 5 years were a bit turbulent. That's when we started to kind of have a lot of conflict, me and my father.
I think that's a very turbulent time in most people's lives, when 16 to 21, you're starting to explore, go out, have friends, have opinions. Like I used to have a very strict deadline. You have to be home by this hour, and that's when we start to rebel. And, I went to boarding school.
Yeah, because your other friends are able to do it so easily and their parents are so loving and they're talking to them and it's okay, you can sleep over at theirs and nobody can come to yours.
Yeah.
So these kind of dynamics and hierarchies that I was like, why am I not able to experience life fully? Like, why are these restrictions on me? But more so, I didn't like the fact that even if I read the newspaper in the morning, he'd be like, read this section and not that section. Don't pay attention on the entertainment bits. Don't just sit with the sports news. Look at the world news. And so I'd be like, everything that I do, he had to interfere in it. And, how I cut my nails or what kind of haircut I get. And just like start to get a lot. It got a bit too much for me, I felt. So I tried to stay as far away as from home as possible. So I enrolled myself for a BCom course because Marwadis don't know much about other courses. So when I went, I got enrolled and I didn't go to the college even for a single day for 3 years.
For 3 years?
For 3 years, I didn't.
So what were you doing?
I would leave home. I would go to a pool parlor and play snooker and pool with friends, and then I'd go play video games. And I would, in the first year, I did most of that, or just hang out with friends, and come back as soon as the college hours were over. And then but those last 3 months, I used to just like go severe tuitions and then get those 50-55% easily. But later on, theatre happened to me. And that's when my evenings started to take over. Fill up all my evenings and eventually my days.
So you were saying that sometimes when you go back home, you still behave like that kid who's 16.
Yeah, sometimes when I go back home, I still behave like that guy who left the home left it in 2005. That makes it 21 years ago.
Yeah.
So I still like open the door, make sure that he doesn't wake up, tiptoe around his room, go to inside of the house and quietly put one small light out and change and wash my face quietly so that he doesn't know I've come late.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a 40-year-old grown-ass man and I shouldn't be behaving like this with him.
Yeah.
But it's like this.
Yeah.
It's that dominating presence in my life that just stayed with me.
Yeah. And do you think this is a very typical father-son relationship where, at some point you're at loggerheads, right? And then that relationship evolves over time, like where it gets better and there's more
I've started
understanding.
to understand him the more I am seeing my own life and the more I'm living life. I understand that what he did was the best he could and the only way he could. It's not like he had a choice. He was just the man that he was. And his pursuit has also been to become a better person, a better father, a better collaborator, a better listener. So many other things, Everybody is having their own. So the more you grow and the more you stay away from your family, you realize that they did everything in their capacity to make life as amazing for you as they could,
You remember the day you told him you want to become an actor?
Yeah, I was met with a solid retaliation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I actually was leaving home. I had my suitcase and my bags packed, and I was leaving. And I remember I was just looking at my mom and my sister's face when I was leaving. I thought I'll not let my father know. I'll just quickly sneak out and go to Pune and enroll myself in a hostel room. But I got a bit scared looking at their faces because I'm like, this man is going to come back from his business tour and they will have to face him. So I should just I felt like I should own this up. So I made that phone call to him. I said, I want to become an actor. I've got this incredible opportunity. I've got this prestigious institute. I got the seat there. I lied that I lied the fact that their scholarship will leave, which wasn't the case. And I also lied that it was just a 1-year course, which it wasn't. It was a 2-year course. And I lied again, saying that I will finish this 1-year course and I'll come back and work in Hyderabad. But I had no intention to. I wanted to work in the Hindi films. So I did whatever I could, but he was upset. He's like, you leave before I even get there. So I said, thank you. So I left.
Yeah. That's tough.
No, I felt very free as soon as I
told him.
As soon as I said it. Of course, my mom, my sister, my brother, they were supportive. But I know they're going to, the family will have to go through this together now because one boy decided to do something
different.
And
how were you on the finances? Because like you said, right, like there was no scholarship. Plus, like, if you're at loggerheads with the person who probably would be paying for your things, whether it was your stay or your course. How do you manage and go about that? Because that's a separate challenge.
I thought when I got the seat, I thought I won't be able to go because A, I didn't have the permission, and B, I didn't have the money. Permission, the other members of the family came around, so I had some support, but money still wasn't, and I didn't have it in me to ask for more because by then I'd done maybe 3 or 4 different courses, and none of them really resulted in any career. So I didn't have the heart to ask him for more money. Luckily, I had a very rich friend who just offered me out of nowhere. He just said, तेरा क्या हुआ, तू जाने वाला था ना पूना, तेरा कोर्स में तेरा हो गया. मैंने कहा वो हो गया, लेकिन मेरे को परमिशन नहीं है, पैसा भी नहीं है. तो सर कितनी फीस है? ऐसे 1,20,000 रुपये. he said मैं देता हूँ तेरे को. And he had that cash with him. He just gave me 1,50,000 cash हाथ में से. I never got that kind of money by anybody in my life. I was a 21-year-old at that time. And I just was moved to tears. I'm like, this man, that's why when I did Gully Boy, it was an interesting moment because a friend standing up for another friend is a big, big theme in my life. It changed my life, So shout out to my friend Vijay Varma, Karachi Bakery, Hyderabad.
He's also Vijay.
Yeah, his name is Vijay Varma. He's the owner of Karachi Bakery in Hyderabad, which is the most popular landmark in Hyderabad.
Yeah. Wow. And that changed your life, obviously, because you could go and you could change your dream.
He paid the fees and he gave me some spare over and above the fees. And for the first few months, I had a best friend / girlfriend. It was a little doubtful space. She used to send me 5,000 rupees a month as my as monthly kharcha. Yeah.
How sweet. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
How was the experience at FTII? Because it's a different world. We've had so many people on the podcast who went to that college. Yeah. And everybody just, their eyes light up and they're like, oh my God, what a time it was. And what have we experienced and, things around that. But how was your experience?
It's an institute unlike anything else I had heard of. I have not been to some of the best colleges in the country, so I have no idea what the others are. But art school of this level, we had all the space, all the facilities available, like-minded people around, movies playing morning, evening, night, whatever time of the day, several screens around, movie theaters around. There's one inside. There are 3 inside FTI campus. There's one outside FTI at the archives, where old prints are there. And so you're surrounded by movies and movie lovers and literature and architecture and everything. So I was like a child in a candy store. I was fascinated. And we were a batch of 20 and a very thick, close-knit batch of 20 actors, 14 boys and 6 girls. I personally found it a great refuge for me because I came from a family in which there was no sense of space and privacy. Doors are never locked. It's frowned upon कि आपका दरवाजा क्यों बंद होना चाहिए. So I had a room to myself, a cupboard to myself, and I had bought a small DVD player in which I could play movies with a screen. So I was not allowed to watch movies outside of the English film that my father had taken. He would pull the plug out if he saw us watching movies at home. So it was just like everything that I wanted: space and time and like-minded people, where I could go out and learn these exercises and practice my art and fail several times and have self-doubt and picking myself up all over again and slowly building it. So it was like all the mistakes that usually people can end up making while they are working on a professional set. I was able to make those mistakes at an education place, so I could make mistakes that I could learn from them. So when I came to Bombay, I was a bit more prepared.
Yeah. But because friendship is such an important theme in your life, what kind of friendships did you discover there? Because they're different, when you're living with people, when you're around the same kind of creativity and freedom.
Yeah.
It's different.
वो छोटा सा मुझे लगता है एक space और time bubble है FTI, because I don't remember what happened outside of that campus for 2 years. You leave your hostel room to go down to get some like milk or whatever, and it becomes a 3-hour affair because you're meeting so many people on the way, and somebody's talking about something, you get carried away in that conversation. People are sitting in the canteen, then you're carried away with that. And a lot of fun. People are singing, people are dancing, people are just like celebrating, people are creating art. Somebody is just painting one wall, somebody's making graffiti, somebody's protesting. there's a bunch of people who've been on strike. So it's just a very eclectic place,
environment.
Yeah.
Who was your closest friend?
My closest friends during this one, my batchmates were a thick bunch of friends. They still are. Like Jaideep Elawat is my classmate.
Wow.
We're thick friends. Sunny Hinduja is my classmate. We are like solid friends. We are a hit batch because a lot of actors made their mark in the industry now. So Rajkumar Rao is my batch. Jatin Goswami, who was in Aspirant season 3, he's in my batch.
How does it feel looking at all of them now on like the big screen or doing like really good things with their
finding
life,
their
right?
mojo. I love it.
And like it all comes from like very talented actors who are truly like admired for their acting, not because they're a certain somebody.
I mean, we've earned our spot, so it's very nice to see people who earned their spot.
Yeah.
And we keep track. We keep track. We have groups. Memes are shared. Political commentary is happening. Personal commentary is happening. Memes are being shared. Opinions are being formed. All of it is happening.
What's the latest chatter?
So I was talking to another friend who's Jatin Goswami, who's just kind of, I saw his reels everywhere. He's played one character in Aspirant season 3, and he did such a lovely job. So we were talking about it on the group.
Nice. And was Bombay forgiving, unforgiving when you came here? It's a very mixed emotion city, right? When you can love it, but it can also really test and challenge you.
Yeah, all of it. See, I came from Hyderabad, which is a very laid-back city.
Yeah.
Especially if Hyderabad pre the cyber city takeover was a very small, cosmopolitan and laid-back city. People really had all the time to just sit back and lambi pheko. And Pune is also pretty laid-back. Like you would go to shops in Pune. They would shut their shops and sleep in the afternoon.
Yeah, 1 to 3.
That kind of a place, yeah. Bombay never sleeps. That was the first thing I saw. Like, रात के 12 बजे भी इतना traffic कैसे हो सकता है? 8 बजे in most areas in Hyderabad it's sunsan. In Pune also. So the pace of the city got me. Understanding everything, like where do you get a cylinder? Where do you get like things, and how to set up this house? And me and my friend moved into like a 1-room kitchen apartment in Vida Desai Road. The rent was around 7,000, so we would split it into 3,500 a month, which felt like a huge number at that time.
How were you earning that amount?
I wasn't. I was still taking money from home. I used to get around 10,000 a month from home, so 3,500 would go into rent, and the rest 6,500 would be just
food and travel.
For everything else.
It's crazy. There's an article where you said you had 18 rupees in your bank account.
Yeah.
And you were torn between which way to go. Is it Pani puri?
Pani puri, खाऊंगा तो 6 Pani puri again, and will be 2 of us.
Yeah.
Me and another friend. So like, and I was like, how do I take her out? I'm gonna either take her out for Pani puri and have 3 Pani puri each, or I should get 1 idli plate and have 1 idli each.
Which is more filling. Yeah. So that was the choice.
Yeah.
So how did you get through that? Because that's, I mean, you're looking back at it now with like ease, but it's a stressful situation to be in. Just from a perspective of...
Yeah. No, we just like, I used to read all these news, like people have bought house and somebody's gifted himself a car after a film flopped or whatever. I'm like, I can't even go out and watch a movie.
Yeah. Of the cars coming.
Yeah. So, yeah, it used to bother me. It never bogged me down because I'm like, this is how it is. I mean, I can't do anything about things I can't change, but that just fuels your system in a way that you want to do something that matters and do something that eventually connects. उस टाइम पे ऑडियंस कुछ नहीं पता थी मुझे, ऑडियंस को क्या अच्छा लगता है कुछ नहीं पता था. You just want one director to like you, that's it.
Yeah, and get that first shot.
Yeah, just get that one opportunity.
So much, that people say about like auditions and going from one place to another, lugging your clothes or whatever it is. Did you enjoy that experience because it was so close to what you wanted to do, or was it taxing?
No, the education part of it was fun part. Bombay was a bit relentless. I was constantly falling sick for the first year and a half.
Really?
At least for 2 years. I was constantly falling ill. We were living in very difficult conditions and too many people's mosquitoes in the room and food is not in place and we didn't have a running kitchen and
you're just eating from
cooks were, so whatever. So I would fall sick a lot and of course I was homesick also and I mean I couldn't at that time, the distance between me and my father had grown even further because it was few years since I had left home. So I didn't have that कि अगर मन कर गया कुछ नहीं तो 1 महीना घर चला जाऊँ, वो मेरे पास ऑप्शन नहीं था. Because if I go back home, I would have to face him every day and he would not be nice. He couldn't be.
But did you ever reach a point where you seriously consider it, that let me just go home because it's too overwhelming?
Home was never the option.
Or let me try something else. Was that an option?
No. I just knew that even if it happens much later in my life, I'll stick around and make it happen.
Do you remember the first break?
Yeah, I had small victories. I remember I got a big commercial for Minto Fresh at that time. 3 ad films and print, which gave me around 2 lakh rupees, which is a big figure. This is back in 2009. But I got sick on the set and I had 103 fever. So right after that, I was hospitalized at Nanavati Hospital. I was there for 8 days. I was just happy that I have money in my bank. So I told my friend, just take me to a hospital where there's food, where they give you food, because I didn't know where the food will come from, who will bring me, and there was no family here. There was no all of us were just trying to figure our life out. So I said, take me to a hospital. He was trying to take me to some hospital. I said, in this delirious state, I just told him, take me to a hospital, take me to a good hospital, and take me to a hospital where they serve food. This was the 3 instructions I gave him. So we found out Nanavati is around. So went to Nanavati. I got myself admitted in the general ward and I was treated for 2 kinds of malaria and a dengue. But it had a great end because by the end of that stay in that hospital, I got a call from a casting director named Hani Trihan saying there's a director in the town. He's come down from LA. He's making his first film. And he wants to meet actors. And I've recommended your name. He liked your pictures. Can you come and meet him? I said, when? He said, this evening. And I couldn't tell him that I can't because I'm in the hospital. I said, yeah, of course I'll be there. So I called this nurse. I said, I need to now go. Can you discharge me? She's like, your platelets are still around 35,000. We can't let you go right now. Let them stabilize a bit and then 2-3 दिन में आपको निकाल देंगे. I said, मेरे को तो आज तो जाना है. मैं कल वापस आके एडमिट हो जाऊँगा. He said, ऐसे नहीं होता है. I said, मुझे नहीं पता. मैं जा रहा हूँ. It was a big opportunity for me because I feel like it wasn't an audition. It was a meeting with the director, which is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Usually directors don't meet you.
Yeah.
So I said, I did listen to them. I said, just remove it. I need to go this evening. Anyway, I had like my all this, they'd shaved several parts of my hands to get those IVs in.
Yeah.
So I was looking at my hand. I'm like, oh God, I need to wear a full sleeve shirt. So I got myself out of the hospital, went home, showered. I dropped so much weight by then. I was around 63 or 64 kilos.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm 79 right now. So I was like really,
Shrunk.
really. Met the director, read the lines. Next day, read for another character. In a week's time, I had the film called Chittagong, my first film. So whenever I'm like really like life tested me with like really the toughest time, something really beautiful has come out of it. So sometimes when I'm going through something tough, I'm like, oh my God, I just have to brave through this. And at the end of it, I'm sure there's something that I will cherish.
When was the last time it was a tough time?
When my mom fell ill, she had a lot of health issues of late from 2022 to 2024. Those 2 years were tough. Even now, she has health issues on and off. So what happened in that is like I found myself very weak emotionally to be there for her. Like I would get more affected than her. Yeah. So that really upset me a lot. I'm like, why can't I even be a good caretaker? That just sucks. But because she's the only ally I had, and she's the only person that stood by me, the strongest. I'm like, I can't see her weak. I can't.
Yeah. And you were in touch with her throughout this journey.
Yeah, she's here right now, staying with me.
This entire journey, right? Like when your auditions or they were not going.
I would not share any of my days.
The negative.
No, I wouldn't share my days with her. Generally, I would just share like a summary of a month or whatever.
Yeah, overall what's happening.
Yeah. Also, she's not synced in with this world and the work that I do. She has no idea what it means when I go for a shoot.
Still?
Sure, no idea. She comes for my premiere. She comes for my shoots also. But she's just cut off from what I do. She's just interested in me as her son. That's it. Yeah.
Not what you do.
No.
Yeah. Do you think Gully Boy was a turning factor?
Yeah, it was.
100%. Like there's no doubt in your mind.
I mean, it was a stark difference my life
before and after Gully Boy.
Yeah.
How was that process? And it was such a enduring character, like you said, right? Like such a strong and solid friendship.
Yeah, great friendship. And also like the brief for the character that Zoe had given me is like, he can survive anything. Vijay, he can survive anything. He's a cockroach. Did you relate to that? He can live in a volcano.
Did you relate to that?
Yeah, I think she saw that. Like by then I had seen enough life and almost at the verge of being jaded by it. But there was that bite in me, I guess.
Yeah. How was it working with Ranveer Singh? And how do you feel now, looking at what's just happened?
I had a great time shooting with him. It was so seamless to work with him. And he was fully immersed in the role. Yeah. I saw the real Ranveer Singh at the rap party when he was sweating from head to toe dancing. But on the set, he was Murad and I think Ranveer loved the part that I was doing. He when he read the script, he felt emotionally very connected with this character, and he shared his story with me. So he really wanted this character to shine, and that's such a lovely quality for any actor to have. The other character should shine,
Yeah.
And he had that, and he's been consistently having that quality. If you look at his work in '83, he shares the screen with so many other lovely actors. In Dhurandhar, again, so many amazing actors, and all of them have their moment. He's not an insecure actor, Ranveer.
Yeah. How do you feel about Dhurandhar? I mean, we have to talk about it. It's too big.
He's hit it out of the park. I mean, he's just like it's a once in a lifetime thing. I've not seen a euphoria around a film like this in my entire life.
Yeah.
So it's a milestone. I guess we will understand the long-term effects of this
over time.
But it is something that has stopped, and everybody is looking at it.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see Ranveer right in the middle of this sandstorm.
Yeah. I booked a 10:30 show and I was like, 3:30 it's ending on a Tuesday because I was not getting tickets anywhere else. So it was packed. I was like, I can't believe people are coming to watch this in these numbers at this time.
It just shows that, if you make something, people come and watch. Then the whole debate for the last just a couple of years ago, where like movies are over and nobody's coming to theater, and attention span, none of it is true. It's made a 4-hour film. Attention span is everything is there. People are watching podcasts for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to make something compelling for people to watch.
Yeah.
People are willing to watch.
As an actor, does it excite you
It excites me
somebody
every time when somebody does something against the grain and it hits it out of the park, because it shows that formulas don't work.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to have a career which is trying to stay away from most formulas.
Yeah. And you think you've achieved that with the choices that you've made?
I try to. The attempt is there. I don't know
Yeah.
if I've managed to achieve and any metric of success, but I feel happy that I'm able to do this. I'm able to choose the stories which are slightly against the type, which will probably invite audience to look at storytelling and newer stories and newer ways to create characters.
Yeah. I thought Mirzapur was very interesting.
Mirzapur was definitely an interesting. I think it's one of those big moments in the streaming world.
Yeah.
Because मिर्ज़ापुर से पहले इस तरह का conversation होता नहीं था किसी show के बारे में. Memes started to emerge from the show. The whole conversation around each character having their own following. Each smaller part also had like a crazy chatter around it.
Everything, like all the subplots.
So Wasipur, Mirzapur, these are like cultural moments,
Yeah. So how did it feel being a part of that world? Because again, that's so different, and plus you're working with.
So we met. Humans of Bombay thing happened in Feb, and by Feb end, I had Mirzapur. That was the first thing that got offered to me after Gully Boy, and they said it's a role of two brothers, and they are both twins.
And you're playing both.
And I'm playing both. And it's an actor's dream to do all these double roles and triple roles. And so I was like, checklist. It was absolutely fantastic, and I love the idea of having to play twins to a father. Which is played by Lilliputji. It's just an interesting contrast, and everybody bought it. It's so lovely. Everybody bought the idea of it.
So fully bought it. Like
fully
it's
bought
like
it. Nobody questioned
there
it.
Is an older twin and there is a younger twin who are very different from each other, and you buy it. Like
you buy it, and they at one point they start wearing the same outfits, same hairdo,
and then it's confusing.
Yeah.
You really feel for the Bhabhi. Like it is confusing. If we were in your place, it would have.
Bhabhi / baby.
Yeah.
Bhabhi for one, baby for one.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a confusing situation.
Yeah.
But I think it was too interesting. Like it was just a different kind of world, that was again created, and you're like, these random things are happening, but you're believing it. In some part of the world.
Yeah. Usme full dialogue bazi, masala, it's pulpy show. I love it.
Yeah. Even the heart was interesting.
Yeah.
I think I loved how it just shifted randomly again in between everything. And very underwhelming kind of character who turns out to be a serial killer.
Yeah. A very ordinary teacher at a girls' college. But
could be anybody kind of moment. Yeah.
The idea is that I wanted to approach this character in a way that usually they'll show, actors will want to, or filmmakers will want to show a certain amount of sinister on the face. But what happens is, because the writing is so intelligent, if he does anything over the top slightly, then the other characters will look like fools that they can't see it or what.
Yeah.
So his ability to hide in plain sight and behave like a common man, a normal person, was the reason why he could get away with crime for like multiple years.
Yeah, he's just there. He's in plain sight.
And also, it was loosely based on that character from that real criminal from the south.
Oh, really?
Mohan Cyanide Mohan.
Okay.
But the modus operandi has been borrowed from
it. So if you see, there are these amazing moments in your life, which is obviously Mirzapur, there's Gully Boy, there's so many of them, which is that moment where, it kind of became established at a family level that he's doing well and it's good, and they don't need to worry about you, because family and parents continue to worry about you long after you've left and are working, and I had that, like, up until a few years ago, there was like worry.
I guess post lockdown is when I moved to a slightly better house. I had my first car. I had enough work coming out, and people were talking about my work, and the other relatives and extended relatives were excited to run to me and take a selfie. So they figured he's probably now a bit successful.
Yeah. You've spoken about having your mental health suffer during the lockdown, and the fact that you were not able to, or were struggling to cope with certain things. How do you overcome something like that, especially because you've seen so much already, right? And then there comes a point where you're feeling these things. How do you deal with them?
So lockdown was tough for everybody. It became very tough for me because last 2-3 years before lockdown was my sort of most productive years. Most work was happening. I just found a little bit of success and just found a little bit of footing in the industry, and this happened. And I realized that there was a lot of things that were brushed under the carpet. I had not resolved a lot of things, feelings, relationships. So I think everything started to kind of play its role, and I didn't know why I was just feeling so heavy and demotivated and immobile and just like lacking inspiration or even ability to take care of myself or through the day. So then Ira was constantly in touch with me because she was working with me on the hard. And she's fierce when it comes to these things. So she was first started to like, okay, Vijay, let's make sure you work out every day. So she used to come on the Zoom and she used to put me on a class and she would be like, okay, let's get up and do 5 push-ups, then you do this, then you do this. She would do it with me just to get me moving. And then slowly she, started to talk to me about the idea of talking to a therapist. At one point I just said, I don't know anybody, can you just, she like, just first therapist you find, just go and speak to that person, it doesn't matter. Then I followed that. And so what I realized during that time is I had bottled up a lot of feelings and emotions and unresolved matters, and it was just nice to talk about it, to somebody who's not who's trained to listen to you, and your life is not going to be terrible after this, when you share some of those not nice feelings. So I'm glad it happened, because then it was the first step, and then I started doing yoga. So on the yoga mat, a lot of reflection happened. Then I started journaling, meditating, praying, spending time with plants. So anything that was helping me in recovery, in making my day better. So I started doing all of these things.
How long did this phase last?
Therapy was on till about last year. But it wasn't as constant. पहले weekly होता था, weekly twice भी होता था. Then it became fortnightly, then became monthly, then it became SOS. So it had, done its fair share now. Now I really make sure that I do 1 or 2 hours of something that just for me.
Like what? Like working out? Or
working out has been part of it. Any kind of workout, meditations and sitting in my altar. Also like listening to music actively. Just basically getting all my senses into one thing. Yeah.
And when you're going through this, are you also able to work? Like, you have a Matka King coming up. Are you able to balance the two worlds? Because, I know a lot of people who are suffering from anxiety or depression, but they show up at work and you can't tell.
Yeah.
and then you have a conversation and they tell you that this is what I'm going through, and you're like, I could have never guessed that. And that's how
it's so invisible, nobody can tell. And nobody is watching closely, like who has the time? So I like this generation a lot because they want to talk about this.
It's very open.
They embrace it. They embrace the fact that they have the right to talk about this. They have the right to kind of do something about this. See, science had reached certain stages in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, in 2000s. Somewhere else right now. There's a great amount of neuroscience available, knowledge about neuroplasticity and how things can change and patterns can change. And nothing is like, even the most rigid aspects of your life can be
rewired.
Of your personality can be rewired, and identifying the issue clearly. So this generation is doing their fair share to kind of to be the torchbearer of resolving mental health issues.
And how has it led to Matka King, and how you shot for it and that process? Was it like this?
Let's go back to 60s where there's no depression.
It just didn't exist as a concept.
Mood kharab hai.
So you went up, please. You'll be fine.
There was no time. इतना चल के जाना पड़ता था ना हर चीज पे. There were no cars, there were no. So I think a lot of active life.
Every day was so tough, right? To do one thing, to get from one place. Someone asked me, what will you do before Google Maps? Or like a cell phone, if you have a plan to meet somewhere
Meander.
out. You'll just assume.
You stop at a bus stop कि आएगा अभी 4 बजे बोला था, अभी 4:15 हो गया, नहीं है 4:30 हो गया, चल गन्ने का जूस पी लेते हैं.
आता ही होगा.
50 हो गया, अभी क्या करें, यहाँ पर भेल बन रहा है, बाजू में अच्छा पानी पूरी बनता है, तू यहाँ पर रुक, मैं लेके आता हूँ.
It's just that, like, you're just so or like, you used to roll down a window and say, give me directions. And people used to just give you any direction and you just trust them and
भटकते रहो, मिल गया तो मिल गया.
It was everyday life challenges were so hard. Like, you're like.
Recently I was talking to somebody. I had a neck issue and I went to a physio and she's like, do this. It's like, so do you do this exercise? I said, why? So the thing is, when we were evolving as humans, this was one of the things we used to do because trees is here, ya kapde sukhane ke liye, these actions were part of our daily life. None of us are doing it. Nobody is raising hand and looking up. And that has just created a problem in the spine in a way that is and we're doing this. So simple things, the way simple practices that are not there in our life anymore have long lasting repercussions in the body.
So would you consider yourself spiritual?
Yeah, to a certain degree.
In what context?
I believe in the law of karma. I believe that, and earlier I used to think कि अगले जन्म में कुछ ऐसा नहीं, इसी जन्म में मतलब जो किया अभी कभी का भी मिलेगा अभी कलयुग में. I believe that you can do your bit, but there is some mystery out there that completes some of your actions, that enables you, that empowers you, or that makes you go into a certain area that you don't want to go to see something that you're not supposed to, and learn from it, like that simple thing, like that fees, the money that got paid to me, I don't know if this
it's
is
too rare.
This is it's my doing, or it's just some external force. He's showing up at that day, talking to me about that event, that particular problem in my life, and coming up with that solution at that moment, So I feel like there is something about me that is at play. So, and I want to respect it. And I want to.
Do you feel like that looking at your entire life? Because like your journey, this is not a certain outcome. This could have been a very different outcome.
It could have been a very different outcome.
Like even if you're extremely talented.
Even if I did everything the same way.
It could have been something else.
Completely different.
Yeah. So how do you kind of...
I don't ruminate over how my life would have been any different if I had chosen something else. But I still feel like if I did everything the same way again, it will still not result in the same thing, because something or the other is not created by me. It's from the outside.
Yeah. So who are you today?
Who am I today?
Like, who are you today?
Today,
you've led many roles in your life, obviously, and had different circumstances throughout. But who exactly are you today in your life?
I like that term. It's a book actually called Peaceful Warrior. I'm trying to practice going out and achieving what I want to do, and be relentless with it, but with a lot of peace in my heart.
So that's on ambition.
No, about life.
About life. Okay.
Including protecting the near and dear ones and standing up for what I believe in. And not just my career.
So how do you see life and love and soulmates as a part of this entire mix? Like, do you believe in it?
I mean, love is the most integral part of... that's the only reason why all of this can give you joy. Otherwise, if you don't have love in your life, none of it gives you joy. None of your successes, none of the riches, all the bank balance that you have, and all the stock market that you've achieved in. Who do you share it with? And so love has to be, and has been one of the most significant place to share my wins and losses.
Relationships and soulmates. Do you kind of believe in the concept of, there's one person for everybody? You set upon this journey to find that person and the right person.
I've been told this by other people, but I never inherently felt this way. I never felt like there is just one person who is your soulmate, and I think that's just maybe for some people, but I didn't feel it that way.
So what is love to you? Like, if you had to define it, what is your idea? Because everybody's idea of love is different, right? Like, for some it could be, I just want a friendship, or I just want a companionship. For some it could be that I just want to have somebody stable in my life. It could mean various different things. So what does it mean to you?
You're talking about romantic love?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you got that.
No.
Two questions.
For love is just a blanket that I use for everything, because even when I'm acting, sometimes I just tell them, try थोड़ा सा प्यार से लेके जाओ.
With love.
With love, because it's just when you say it's with love, it's just with care and protection and love and several other things that come under the umbrella of love.
Yeah.
Romantic love, okay. It's just the most ecstatic feeling one can ever feel. It's a sense of wonder, joy, almost like feeling like you're on cloud nine, and everything feels good and everything feels lovely. Simple joys become larger joys, and so many things come under that, right? I'm a deeply romantic person, so I'm at a loss right now.
It's okay. That's also a good way to say it. Yeah. Okay. So what are the next few years looking like for you? Like, what do you feel like, okay, now maybe this I want to try, or this I want to do, or I want to achieve, or, get to somewhere?
Right now, I've just kept my head down and been working relentlessly. There was Matka coming out, which I think I've given the most amount of time for any project in my entire life. We shot it for over the span of 10 months. And the prep was around 2 months. So 1 year went into just being with this character. And I wasn't doing anything else in the middle. So
it's just this.
No other project. So I spent 10 months shooting, a year shooting this. And I've been in touch with the people, for dubbing, for including how we are releasing it. So that just 2 years as Matka has consumed me. Then I have another film that I'm shooting with Mr. Sunny Deol, which is exciting for me because he's such an icon. There's a show that I'd done called Family Business with Mr. Anil Kapoor that is going to release this year with Hansal Mehta. Then there's another series that I'm shooting presently, which I can't discuss right now. And some anthology and some more in the talks.
Wow.
So
busy.
Yeah, I've been Malvika, my team member is here. She's like, I don't have time for anything. That's why I'm like not able to think about love and relationships at the moment.
And what is love? That very deep and prolific question that I've asked.
It's lovely because every time you fall in love, you feel like, oh, this is exactly the soulmate. And then when it ends, you're like, oh, so is it over? Then you don't now will ever have a soulmate? And then you find somebody else.
And then you find somebody else. Then you have to find
right back in. And then, it's been the cycle.
So we're going to do now some fun questions.
All right.
Quick questions, and you can answer. One red flag that you will absolutely avoid. Not that you're not. I just got what you said.
Out of all the red flags, which one are you not? Okay, sorry.
That's also a good question. Of all the red flags, which one are you not?
I'm not a red flag.
Okay. So you're a green flag.
I have all the flags.
You have all flags.
All flags.
All colored flags. Yeah. Okay. But which one will you avoid? Okay, if this person has this, I'm out.
I think being a snob.
Okay, yeah. If you weren't famous, what would you be doing right now?
Not being famous?
No, like what? Okay. What would you do? Like what would you do that you can't do?
Oh, interesting. I'd probably open a cafe / library.
Nice.
Like a library cafe.
Yeah.
Book cafe.
Yeah. Okay, your favorite co-star?
Co-star? So many of them. I've had the fortune of working with some of the best actually.
Yeah.
I can't pick one, really. It's so tough.
Okay, top 3.
Jackie Shroff, Radhika Apte, Ranveer Singh.
What's the character that's closest to you? Like who you are in real life, the character you've played?
None. I mean, there are some traits that I share with most of the characters.
Not like fully.
Not fully close to me.
Okay. Are you a texter, a caller, or a ghoster?
Been all. Depends.
Depends. Okay. Your favorite song?
Right now, I've been tripping on the song which is part of the Matka King trailer called Zindagi Ek Safar Suhana.
So it's on loop, is it?
Kisne jana.
One skill that people don't know you have?
That I'm actually a very good video gamer.
Really? Which video games do you play?
I play a lot of third-person adventure stories, survival horror stories, like Silent Hill universe, the Resident Evil universe, The Last of Us, Uncharted, The Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei. All these incredible titles, yeah.
I asked which, but I have no context. It just sounds like things. So
okay.
Hopefully people on the internet relate.
Yeah, I play a lot of PlayStation.
You play a lot of PlayStation.
I got my first PlayStation in 2000.
Okay.
And then since that, every new model I keep buying.
And how many hours do you play the PlayStation?
Of late, last couple of years it's been tough, but I finished 2 games. So when I play, I make sure that 3-4 days I have in my hand when I can play, because I play for like long hours and I can't do anything else when I'm playing. So it's like I can't do work meetings or go to shoot or do photo shoots or anything. So 4-5 दिन मेरे पास होंगे, so I'll knock out a game. Usually around 30 to 35 hours of gameplay to finish a game.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your cheat meal?
Cheat meal?
Yeah, your favorite cheat meal.
I don't have cheat meal. I enjoy my food.
You eat anything?
I eat anything.
Okay. So what's your favorite food?
घर का खाना, दाल चावल, खट्टी दाल चावल, घी, अचार, पापड़. I like pani puri a lot. Big pani puri lover. I enjoy French fries a lot. I enjoy eating. I don't know if you know singada.
No.
Chestnut. Water chestnut.
Okay, yeah, water chestnut.
Boiled water chestnut, काले कलर के होते हैं.
हाँ.
It comes only after Diwali for like a month or so.
Okay.
I eat that a lot when that comes. A lot of carbs loading.
Okay, but that's fun. That's good.
Yeah.
Your favorite movie?
The Godfather. The entire series, yeah.
Yeah. One role you wish you'd done?
Of somebody else's?
Any role. It could be any Hollywood, Bollywood, anything where you think that it could have been good.
If I really like somebody's role, then I would never want to do that.
Okay.
If somebody's done a bad job with the role, then I'd probably say that, but I can't say that.
Okay, you can't say that. Okay.
But there are some roles that people have watched. So
okay. What drives you? Fame or money? Or none?
Fame doesn't drive me and money doesn't drive me, but and power doesn't drive me. I feel like some kind of creativity and growth, they drive me.
Like just on a personal level. Like to do better creatively.
Yeah, to become better as a person also, as an individual in relationships and also in work. There's a lovely quote from a movie called Equalizer. He said, Denzel Washington's character says that, progress over perfection. So I prefer progress because perfection is just a fickle thing that can never be achieved.
Yeah. Okay. We're down to the last two questions. For those watching who are probably not sure of what they want to do or how they'll get there, there's a lot of whys, right? Or how or what. There are a lot of questions.
Yeah.
If they're dealing with that sense of being unsure, what advice would you give them?
अंदर की आवाज सुनने का भाई, और कुछ नहीं है. Because it speaks to you. You may not listen to it for a while, and you may drown it with your fear or your doubts or insecurities or inability to see the bigger picture. But if it keeps telling you to do something or look at something in some area of your life, a certain thing that you need to do, if it keeps knocking again and again, there's something out there and you should do something about it. Because it's a gift from inside that has come to you.
As we close the episode, one thing that you want to tell people about the life you've lived and the journey you've had, and having no regrets is such a big theme because you've followed exactly what you want to do. So anything that you want to just close the entire episode with?
I feel like having no regrets is a good goal to have.
Yeah.
But there are phases when you will regret something, and there are phases when you will either you missed out on an opportunity, you behave badly, and you should be regretting it. I feel like it's an important trait that that a human being has been gifted with. And the pursuit is to kind of understand where you went wrong and how things could have been better. And if you have the opportunity to make amends and reach out and do whatever you need to do to get over that regret and get to the state of having no regret. But to experience regret is important.
Thank you so much, Vijay. It's been lovely. And I hope we added a bit of something new about you today.
I hope so. Yeah. I think your listeners will definitely let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I enjoyed. Thank you so much for the time. And we wish you all the best. And may you keep smashing it like you have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.